Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida Atlantic's offense will get the ball first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time it's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Rice. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good. And
the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Over the middle, it's Henry. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab down the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Drills and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
He'll keep it himself. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's a backbreaker for the defense, too, because it looked like they were doing everything right, trying to defend the option there on 3rd down. Dive man, no go. Quarterback can't keep it. It was the pitch guy they just couldn't get to in time. He's barely able to pick up the first, and now the defense has to face another 1st down.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Throws for the tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks, the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position, and it's blocked. Now he can return this. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's got a chance to take this one back.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback gets enough. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still on his feet at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Now on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Owls can really attack on this second and short. Goes to the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Makes a catch at the 15. No one there to stop him. Except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The penalty. South, the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Running to Green. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock But more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
Rice will try to move the chains on 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rice. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got a man. It's Sands. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Zimmerman. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together.
Breaks into the open. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Messer. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Sands. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Owls come to the line needing just inches for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And he missed it. No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Hauls it in. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. To the air, it's Jenkins. Grabs it in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walker. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Snags it quickly on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
To throw, it's Jenkins. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the quick shuffle pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Owls will hustle to the line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bounce it off that right upright and through. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the tight end. On the ground, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Back to throw, it's Jenkins. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their 1st pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Going up top again. Right on the money. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And wings it incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bring in the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes.
Turning it on. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Dead center perfect. That slices the lead to 2. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. He'll do it himself on the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the option. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. You can play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking for space, it's Sands. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Owls headed quickly to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Henry. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Smith. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. You guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Did the work himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. On his feet at the 40. There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The inside handoff. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Owls! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Coastal Carolina. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line, clock stops for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. You had it. 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. That's caught. It's Messer. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Rice.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Let's go.
Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Catch in the middle, it's Sands. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused, to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse...